This morning on Tips and Tricks, I'm going to be showing you how to rig up a path actor. So we're in CelAction and there's nothing in there, so we're going to go straight into assemble mode. So I'm going to go over here and switch to the A. The path actor that I want to rig up is some water in the tank. So first of all, I'm going to load in my shapes file into the pool. So pool, load elements from shapes file, and we've got the circus seal SVG file number 4. Open. Now I already have a seal actor, so I'm not going to rig the seal up again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new actor, water tank 2. Okay, and you can see there's two ways of looking at this window. You either click on the actor box or you click on the pool and then click back. There's nothing in the actor box, but now there's everything in the pool. So all we're going to be dealing with today is the tank, which is, if I go into wireframe, this outline. So I'm going to quickly add the tank to the water tank actor. I'm going to press Alt, and you can see that a little plus comes up when I hover over the actor, and I'm just going to then, still holding down the Alt key, I'm going to click onto that route 2, and you can see there is the outline of the tank. And next I'm going to add the element which I wish to change into a path. So we've got the water element here, which is that blue shape there, and what I'm going to want to do is to allow the top of it to ripple. Okay, so I've clicked on water in the pool, and then I go over here again, I press my Alt key, and then the little plus comes up and I just click on tank, and then we've got the water. I'm just going to go ahead and save that actor. So before I rig it up as a path, actually, I'd like to change the opacity on that blue water. So I'm going to go to the word elements, down to opacity, or I could click the shortcut, which is Alt T, and I have my slider here. I'm just going to set it to 25%. Okay. And now I am going to rig this element up into a path actor. It's quite important to make sure when you're in your design file that the shape that you have has only got a few points, hasn't got any extra points along the vector line, otherwise these will all be converted into control points, but hopefully we've just got these 4. So let's go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to go element, create, path. I don't want to add a new one, I just want to convert my shape. And there we can see what it's going to give you. It's going to give you a path, and it's going to give you control points, and each of the control points is going to have 2 curve handles, A and B. I can look in here if I want to what the marker of those is going to be. I've got a triangle here, so maybe actually I'll have a square for those, and for the control point I like to have a cross. Okay, maybe I'll have a large cross. Okay, so there we go. So that's great. So we can see now that we've got 4 control points, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and let's just experiment with those. The water's actually changed its opacity, but I'll deal with that again in a minute. So going into wireframe, just so we can see, we've got the path there, and then we've got control point 1's at the bottom, control point 2 is also at the bottom, so we're going to be not really dealing with those very much. So we've got number 3 and number 4. Okay, and let's just go back into fill mode and see what happens when we move the points of 3 and 4. We've got control point A handle, so that's not really what we want to happen, is it? So if I press B and I sort of hold down Alt, that means that when I move handle B, it's not going to affect handle A. So there, that's going to be more what I want there. So I'm holding down the Alt key. And then if I get control point 4, and I think I will use the A curve handle here, and I'm just going to hold down my Alt key once again so it only affects that particular handle. And there we see we've got this lovely shape that we can have. And of course, when you're in the animation mode of the program, you can put these curve handles in different positions on different frames, thereby making a nice ripple at the top of your tank. But for the moment, I think I will just actually reset this to a straight default position. So I'm going to go back to my B, remembering to hold down my Alt key there. Just maybe up a bit, and the other handle also up a little bit. So that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to save that actor. And let me just try again, once again, to get that opacity down to 25. Looks like I was able to do it. Yes, brilliant. So there we are. So there we've got a water tank, and then you've got the choice of being able to ripple the top bit. I mean, you could ripple any side of it, but obviously you don't want to because they'll be coming out of the edge of the tank. And you can see as well that this use of creating a path could be very handy if you have a flat vector shape such as Batman's cloak or a flag or a scarf, and you want it to really billow in the wind or with a wave pattern. This is how you do it. Okay, thanks very much.